All right, we're live.
Yeah.
Okay. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin here, I would like to apologize. A few episodes ago, I said there was a 10% chance, in my opinion, that we would have a new Metroid game. Turns out we got two. So sorry about that. I am officially 90% wrong.
180% wrong.
90% wrong. Okay. Anyway, welcome everyone to episode 10 of Anxiety Cast. We're in the double digits, baby. And we're
Like
wrapping up E3.
John's size.
Oh, wait, who's dick?
Mine.
Ron Jeremy's dick. All right. So before we begin this, Dylan, I would like to show you the thumbnail that we're gonna have for this video.
Oof.
It's about time.
Oof.
I've waited so many days for this.
Oof.
I've waited so long. And I didn't even save it on my phone. Damn it. All right. Well, anyway, would you like to apologize for what happened yesterday? Because I think we need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, my computer, well, not my computer, my power went out, so.
And his router sucks ass, so we couldn't record yesterday. All right, here we go.
Are you sending it through Skype or are you sending it on? Are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm sending it through Skype.
All right.
Anyone who stumbles across this, I guess, will have to wait until it's an actual video to see it. There it is.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Yes, he
win.
did. It's official, everyone. Bubsy won E3 2017. I'm proud of him.
He didn't.
He
Nintendo
won.
did.
He won. Bubsy won E3. There might have been no real Metroid game for the past 7 years. We might be getting two of them, but 2 times 7 is 14, and we haven't had a Bubsy game in 21 years, so take that, Bubsy. Or Metroid, whatever.
Wanted a Bubsy game.
I wanted a Bubsy game. What the fuck are you talking about?
No one wanted another Bubsy game.
No, but Bubsy totally won E3. He didn't even show up to E3, but he still won it. Now, all right. I guess it's time to talk about how many of my E3 notes really played up to this day.
None.
Do some calculations here. Carry the 5, add the 2, divide by 7, and 4 days. 0%. 0% of the notes hold up. Wow. That's a damn shame. You know, I really had faith in those notes. But you know what they say, when you do that bad, it's easier to do better. I don't know. But anyway, would you like to talk about E3 now? All you. E3, Nintendo. What happened at Nintendo?
I don't
What
know.
happened at
What
Nintendo?
happened at Nintendo? Well, I have all the things they announced. So first off, they showed off some more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That looks cool, I guess. Yeah, it's still coming out this year, which is exciting. They then revealed a new Kirby game for 2018 on the Switch.
Oh, Kirby game?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that. What the fuck?
Well, that's because there was only one thing that was important.
Right. Yeah, I've been at a funeral for the past 2 days, so I missed basically everything Nintendo related, and just kind of.
There'll be some more new stuff tomorrow.
All right, that sounds cool.
Because they've still been announcing new stuff, not like a ton of stuff. But they've been announcing stuff on the Treehouse thing. So So anyway, but at the digital event, the Spotlight thing, this is what they revealed. I'll get into the other stuff later. So what they revealed was a new Xenoblade trailer saying that it's still coming out holiday 2017. That's exciting. There's a new Kirby game coming out in 2018. Looks like a Kirby game.
Right on.
The Game Freak people, the people who make Pokemon, they were like, oh, hey, don't forget about Pokemon coming out, and guess what? We're also making a Pokemon game for the Switch. So yeah, that's exciting for the people who like Pokemon. And also, like, I guarantee that, like, that the only because it was such a like it's the director of the or like the one of the main guys at the Pokemon company. He's like doing something on a laptop, and he was like, "Oh yeah, hi there. Just to let you know, we're making a Pokemon game, and goodbye." Like there wasn't a title card or anything. I guarantee the only reason they did that was because of the Pokemon Direct that was like a week ago. People lost their shit whenever there wasn't a
people
core
weren't too
Pokemon
happy.
game. And I'm just like, guys, calm the fuck down. It's just Pokemon. And then they also revealed the Metroid Prime 4.
They announced it,
Yeah,
and
they
they're gonna
announced
do
it.
it. What about
They're not gonna
the
do it, they
other
just announced it.
game?
Hold
What
on.
about the other game?
Hold on. So I just want to talk about what my reactions were through this 40-second trailer.
Oh.
It was just
yeah.
space, empty space with some stars and stuff, and I was like, God damn it.
Oh, hey, Mario Galaxy 3.
I was like, God damn it, they're going to tease the shit out of us Metroid fans, and this isn't going to end up being Metroid. But then all the galaxy particles end up making the S, and I was like, this is a coincidence. There's no way that this is actually Metroid. Then the 4 popped up, and then I came several times, 5 to be exact, and then the name Metroid Prime popped up next to the 4, and I was like, all right.
No.
Oh.
You came once. You had 5 cum shots, though.
No, I came 5 times.
Oh. Like, there were, like, breaks in between? Damn.
Yes.
Whew.
But then immediately
giving me the hot still,
that, because there wasn't any time between any of the trailers that they were showing, really. So it was like, bam,
they had to cram a lot of shit in there, to be completely fair, though.
It was like, bam, Metroid Prime 4 is coming out sometime. There's not even a launch window for it.
Yeah.
And then they immediately showed a new Yoshi game, which is like another Yarn Yoshi. And like no one cared about it because they were all too busy going, holy shit, Metroid! Oh my god! Like if you watch any reaction channel or whatever of the Nintendo Direct for E3, people are still losing their shit about Metroid, and they're going, wait, what's this? Oh, it's a new Yoshi game. But fucking Metroid!
Yeah.
The Yoshi game looks cute.
Now, my emotions to the Metroid Prime 4 thing was, I woke up getting ready, and you already posted it in the group chat at the time. So I checked it out, and I already saw the titles. Just like, oh, cool, okay. The reason I didn't think too much about it is because I've kind of drifted away from the Metroid series, because I've just basically given up all hope on it for the time being. But
now they came back.
Yeah, now that it's back, I'm a little excited.
So we'll get to the other Metroid game later, because I'm just doing the Direct right now.
Oh, you're doing the Direct in order?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the stuff in order. So then they revealed the first DLC of Breath of the Wild is coming out in June. That adds the hard mode, a couple new trials, and something else. I don't really know what. It adds like a couple masks and costume stuff that you can wear.
Right on.
But then right after that, they revealed new amiibo for Breath of the Wild. Yeah. So you get the 4 champions. The only one that matters.
Here, while we're talking about amiibo, let's just tackle them all down right now.
Here, well, I have pictures ready of these guys right now. So we've got Mifa, Goron, Gerudo, and Revolve.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. He's my favorite character, and I can't remember his name. I'll bring up the other amiibos.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair. So
kind of important.
So how about that? How about that Mario game?
that new Mario game looks pretty great, man.
Yeah, man.
That's all you can really say about it,
Yeah.
honestly.
No, did you notice that they had a what was it? I think Pauline was her name from the original Donkey Kong in that
Uh,
trailer?
did they?
Yeah, she's the one who's singing the song.
Is that
Yeah,
like actually? Is that legit?
I'm pretty sure you get like a back shot of her.
You might be thinking of the mayor lady that they were talking about. Um,
Oh,
okay.
okay, maybe.
I don't think
Maybe
they're
they just
big
have
on
the
Pauline.
similar design and it's a little bit of a throwback, but it's
Yeah. Okay.
definitely similar.
So for the Mario amiibos, we've got Princess Peach in a wedding dress,
Yeah.
Pimp Bowser.
Oh, it's all pimped up. I love it.
Oh, that's not it. And then Mario.
Mario
Um,
looks Mario looks pretty snazzy too.
yeah, I actually really like these because they're pretty snazzy looking. The
Yeah.
plot is basically
Stealing my words.
the plot is basically for this game is of course Bowser kidnaps Peach,
But he doesn't
but
just kidnap her. This time he's actually gonna
forcing
marry her.
marriage. And then we've got the Metroid
Oh.
amiibos. This is the
but
cover of
but
Metroid
Dylan,
2.
why is Samus in the pose from Return of Samus for the Game Boy?
I don't know. We'll find out later.
Wowee. Why is that Metroid out? Oh, that's the Super Metroid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a pretty cool
It,
Metroid. Breaking out of
I just
containment
I just
and
noticed it.
squishy.
No, I mean that is the Super Metroid. Like the baby Metroid.
Well, yeah, because it
Yeah.
was introduced in 2.
Yeah, you're right. I just realized that.
That's one of the better things about Metroid is its continuity is
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Hey Dylan, why does this amiibo look squishy?
Because it is. You can squish the Metroid head,
What?
and needless to say, I already
Dude,
have these
I
pre-ordered.
I don't even have a Switch right now, but I already want to pre-order that thing for the sake
Yeah,
of putting it on my desk like a little stress ball.
yeah.
Like the thing is great.
I already have it pre-ordered.
You do? How much was
Yeah.
it?
I couldn't find them single packs alone, but they were a double pack of the Samus one and the Metroid, and it was
Oh,
$30.
I know where to get them from.
I got them from Best Buy.
I'm gonna pay you for those, by the way. I'll buy those off you.
I'll scalp
Oh
them
wait, you
for
mean like
$40.
wait, do you mean like by double pack, do you mean it was it was the Samus one and the Metroid one, or there was two
Yeah,
of each?
it was the Samus one and the Metroid one.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
No.
okay. I thought you meant you had to buy extras, and I was like, oh, I'm getting them.
So continuing on, we got we'll talk about other games that may or may not have been hinted at later. At the
Yeah.
very start of the
Also, I would like to talk about a couple games when you're done, and I'm pretty sure you know what those are. But go on.
Sonic Heroes.
Forces. Oh,
Anyway,
my bad.
so at the very beginning of the direct, they revealed that Rocket League is gonna come on the Switch, which is exciting. Rocket League,
That's pretty neat. That's pretty
yeah.
neat. I never played Rocket League, but a lot of people say it's fun, so that's
I
cool.
played it a little bit. It is. It's fun. It's some
Wait,
good old fashioned fun.
Who developed Rocket League again?
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know. That's a good question though.
Oh, I forgot. Anyway, go on.
Super Mario Odyssey got a release date of October.
I thought they said November.
I accidentally said November. It's in October.
Oh, I thought it was released for November 25th.
Nah, it's October 25th, I think.
Well, I fucked up.
October 27th.
You know what? I think that's good for Sega because I have a feeling they're gonna release Forces in December.
That still probably isn't the best thing because people are probably gonna be buying Mario for like Christmas still.
Yeah, but it's a lot better though. Because I'll get to that later. Go on.
We got quite a bit of stuff from this Mario trailer, like the fact that there's gonna be a fucking T-Rex in the game, and the
It's a
fact that
T-Rex.
um, we also learned that Mario can possess enemies and certain objects and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, the theme in this trailer is fantastic.
Yeah,
Um,
it's jazzy, it's sexy, like
but
saxophone, but you know.
but but yes, you can control the dinosaur.
You
You can
can?
control the T-Rex.
Wonderful.
And anytime you're controlling an enemy, or an object, it gets a mustache and blue eyes and a hat. And
Yeah.
yes, the T-Rex has a
Oh.
mustache, a hat, and blue eyes.
I mean, Jurassic World's looking pretty funky.
So, needless to say, I'm buying this game only because of the T-Rex now.
That's I figured.
Yeah, it looks fun and
I
silly
can't
and
wait.
goofy.
I can't wait for Mario versus Godzilla. Oh, it's gonna be a cinematic masterpiece
But it's
in the
like,
year of 2027.
It's a
Only below
Mario
Rat
game.
Godzilla.
It should look silly and goofy. And guess what? It looks silly and goofy.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's gonna be
Although
fun.
I still want to know why in the reveal trailer at the original Switch conference, I just want to know why Mario's doing the spin dash down the hill, but whatever.
Um,
It's fine.
Apparently it plays pretty smooth.
Sonic's still jumping from Mario. Mario's gonna steal rolling from Sonic.
Um,
Sonic stole the idea of jumping from Mario. I just
God
want you to know
damn.
that.
This game has technically been in development for 3.5 years.
Odyssey?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's been
Forces
in
has been
development.
4, and you know, I think that's a little sad, I'm not gonna lie.
It began
Just a little sad.
right after the release of 3D World on the Wii U.
Hmm.
So by the time that Mario Odyssey comes out, it will have been 4 years because it's launched
Alright,
because 3D World launched in fall and this is coming out in fall, not holiday. What the heck?
then again, Nintendo also has a lot more budget to work with, but
Yeah, and it's also Mario.
yeah, yeah, it's like their
They aren't
flagship
gonna.
franchise.
Yeah. But yeah, this looks really innovative for a Mario game. Like this looks like a lot of really new and cool stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
I'm
Anyway,
excited for it too. I might end up getting a Switch early because I feel like by the end of the year we're gonna have a lot more games than I expected. And I originally wanted to wait 1 year before getting a Switch, but 9 months is good enough. Whatever.
they didn't talk about how there was a trailer for this article. Didn't talk about how there was a trailer for Fire Emblem Warriors. That also revealed the release date. I can't remember when it was being released.
Couldn't give a shit.
Uh,
That's just because I don't care about Fire Emblem though.
Well, this is very different. It's an action RPG as opposed to
Okay.
strategy grid-based thing, which I prefer
That's
strategy
right.
RPGs like the upcoming Mario and Rabbids game is one of those. I prefer strategy
Dylan,
RPGs over turn-based RPGs.
Dylan, I have 2 boots on, and I'm gonna put both of them right up your asshole.
Why?
Because you have a different opinion on
Well, no, strategy RPGs are
grid-based
basically just chess.
RPGs, and
No. You don't
I don't
understand.
like that.
You don't like chess?
I like chess, though.
Strategy RPGs are chess.
Yeah, well, okay.
It's turn-based RPGs that you don't
No.
like.
I don't. The reason I don't like turn-based RPGs is, you know, the Magnavox Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it would have like board games that you may as well just actually get a board game out for.
That's your opinion?
That's how I feel about them. Like,
Eh,
if I want to play a board game, I'm gonna play a board game on a table, not on a screen. It just
I'd rather
doesn't
play it on
feel
the
right.
screen, honestly, because I don't like the hassle of setup and
Yeah.
cleanup.
Have you ever played chess like on a TV or something though?
Yes,
It's not fun.
it is actually.
I don't think it's fun.
The only
I
time
kind
it's
of like
not fun
setting it
is
up, honestly.
whenever you're not playing with like another person, you're playing against the computer.
Well, yeah, that's essentially what an RPG is.
That's different though, because they don't play like chess. Um,
Uh,
and even then, it's still fun enough.
I, I don't see the fun in it. Anyway, go on.
Um,
I could spend about 5 episodes explaining why I don't like RPGs, but go on.
they showed Pokken trailer again. I think of anything else because this article doesn't have everything. It's a lie. Kotaku lies to you. Okay, so that was the end of the Nintendo Direct. But then,
Can we talk about a game
hold
that
on,
I think really deserves winning E3,
hold
like
on.
above all? You may have heard of
No.
it. It's called Shaq Fu.
Anyway,
That's coming for Switch though. We have to talk about that as well.
well, it wasn't in the E3 thing, so I don't care.
Well, we still need to talk about it.
They also showed Pokken and yeah, and Splatoon 2. But anyway,
Or as you would say, Splatoon.
no, I would say
Fucking tool.
Splatoon.
No, you'd say Splatoon. That's how I read it, so it's Splatoon.
Well, you're reading it wrong.
Splatoon. It's fucking stupid. Okay, whatever. Go on.
Anyway, so
After Splatoon
that,
was
they did well after the direct. They then started their Nintendo Treehouse, which is where they just play the games. They showed Mario Odyssey.
I just want to point out that they revealed that like Super Mario and Luigi Super updated thing. Yeah, I just wanted to say that I was right about that, and I told you so. Okay, go on.
Anyway, well, that had been leaked a while ago.
Well, yeah, I mentioned it, and you said you didn't think that was a thing, and I was like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, I said I didn't think it was a thing because I was trying not to let any leaks or rumors end up being stupid and right. Like the ones that were saying no Metroid.
It was. Yeah.
Anyway, but the so for their Nintendo Treehouse, they just sit down for like half an hour with each game and they play the game. So they played Mario Odyssey for a little while and they played Splatoon for a little while, and then Reggie came out and he was like, you know what? We want people to know that the 3DS isn't dead, and blah 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 blah, and something something something. Here's a new Metroid game, and they revealed Metroid: Samus Returns for the Nintendo 3DS. It is a remake of. You could say it's another Metroid 2 remake. It's being made by the guys who did Castlevania Mirror of Fate, so it's a 2.5D side scroller.
Well, at least them taking down AM2R makes a little more sense now.
Yeah, it does, definitely.
Although I'm still pissed about it though.
Yeah.
But whatever.
You're just pissed because you didn't get to play it?
No, I still have it on my computer. I can still play it whenever the fuck I want. I just haven't played it yet because I haven't gotten to it. I'm glad the guy who made it is a good sport about it, though. That's good.
Yeah, he was like, "This is stuff that I want. That looks fun."
They even took one of my boss ideas.
Actually, no. Apparently, that boss appeared in the original game. I didn't know that.
Really? No.
Yeah, that was its first appearance.
I don't remember.
Roly Poly.
I didn't know that was in the first game.
What's his name?
Original. It's some weird Japanese name. I don't know the name of.
Roly Poly boss. Arachnus.
Oh, okay.
That's his name. All Arachnus first appeared in Metroid 2: Return of Samus.
Okay, it's not Japanese. I'm thinking of another boss. I'm pretty sure.
Mother Brain.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Oh, I remember the Japanese name I'm thinking of. Adam Malkovich.
Okay. Okay, so that makes it a little less gross.
The
Because I
baby.
thought the baby.
The baby. The baby amiibo. That's
Okay.
why they have those amiibos now.
So that we can talk about the baby.
The baby.
Okay, yeah. See, here it is. It appeared in the original Metroid 2. I thought
Huh.
that he was repurposing a boss from Fusion and
Yeah,
putting it in Metroid 2.
I didn't know that was in 2. Then again, I haven't played 2 all the way, but whatever.
I forgot that it was in 2.
Yeah.
My mistake.
I thought there was only one boss on 2. I thought the Queen Metroid was the only boss.
Well, technically, there's a bunch of mini bosses.
Oh, there are many bosses. Okay.
So, like, each Metroid is technically a boss.
Metroid 2 had a very limited soundtrack. Like, there was hardly anything.
That.
And I hope this does too, and I'm pretty sure it will. It's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna say this right now. Metroid soundtrack never really got to me.
Well, it's very
easily.
minimalist. It's supposed to be setting atmosphere. It's not supposed to be.
I get that. It's just I get that, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, I love the Metroid soundtrack." I was like,
yeah, it's great. It's just
okay.
not something that you are gonna put on and jam out to.
Unless it's the Ceres boss fight from Metroid Fusion, in which case jam the fuck out.
Like, to me, it's not a thing that you're gonna jam out to. It's just it's a soundtrack that's meant to be listened to while playing the game. Like, I think if you take any elements out of Metroid and isolate them, they're weaker.
Wasn't Ceres actually in Metroid 2 or AM2R?
Ceres?
Yeah, that's the really speedy. That's the really speedy boss. It's Serris. It's that speedy water snake.
Yes,
boss.
It was.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
In there.
I love the Ceres boss fight in Fusion.
Yeah, it's basically that boss fight, but
wonderful.
Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. So I'm very interested in what Samus Returns is going to end up being like. As soon as pre-orders for that pop up, I'm going to buy it.
Confuses me because Return of Samus, I think, sounds better than Samus Returns.
Does, but I think they were trying to separate it.
Yeah, but
it's being called a reimagining, not a remake.
I think it should be called maybe just Metroid 2.
Yeah, it should have been something that was a bit more. Well, they named Metroid
Metroid Mission. First Mission.
They were calling it Metroid Zero Mission as opposed to just Metroid. So I mean,
yeah, maybe that's to do with the fact that she's in her Zero suit and she's on a mission at the end. I don't know.
Well,
her mission in the Zero suit.
It's because it's like a reimagining of the original. Which, by the way,
why Zero though?
Because it was her first mission.
But Zero.
But she calls it, "This is my Zero mission," because it's like her origin mission. It was like the first encounter with Mother Brain and stuff, I think.
Okay. Okay.
I guess it's cool.
Fine. I would say Zero Mission is when her parents died.
It's not when her parents died. Her parents died whenever she was really young.
No, Zero Mission should have been when her parents died. Well, the origin story. That's the origin story. And then she was raised by birds, which is pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie.
Bird people, get it right. Anyway,
whatever.
So my own
bird person from Rick and Morty is tied into Metroid game theory.
So my own personal
film theory. I don't know. It's a crossover.
My own personal theory about this Metroid 2 remake coming out and coinciding with whatever it's called, Metroid Prime 4. is because
Yeah.
the Metroid Prime games all take place before Metroid 2. And so I'm thinking that they're modernizing Metroid 2 and updating the story a little bit so that they
Yeah.
can have things from Metroid
Well,
Prime.
okay. Hang on. Zero Mission makes sense if you're counting Prime as the first. There.
It's not the first
All
though.
right. I solved it. No, if you're gonna count Prime as the first, Zero Mission makes sense.
Wait, I'm confused. Well,
Prime.
Prime is the first in the Prime series, and Metroid is the game that comes before
Yeah.
Prime, and it's the only game that comes before Prime currently.
I can't wait for Metroid Zero Mission Pinball. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah,
Can't fucking wait.
watching this trailer, it looks great. I'm excited for this Metroid
I am
game.
too.
I've watched the trailer a couple times.
Still think I'm gonna play AM2R first though, because
Oh yeah,
A,
definitely.
I don't have a 3DS, and B, I just feel like respectfully, I should play that first.
I played AM2R twice now. I'm playing Zero Mission, and
Hey,
I'm gonna redo it.
if you play it again, we're gonna have to call it AM3R. Ha ha ha.
I'm gonna do
ASMR.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna attempt another marathon at the Metroid series where I basically play all the games that aren't on the Wii because I don't have a Wii. So I'm gonna play Dog, are you okay? Okay. So I'm gonna play
Tell your dog I said what's up.
I'm gonna play all the Metroid games aside from like Federation Force and whatever.
No, but really, what's up with dog?
I don't know. She made a weird noise.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, Metroid. That's stuff. And
Yeah,
then
Metroid.
And then they also revealed during the Treehouse event a game that is cool, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and it's a remake of it on the 3DS. That's cool, exciting. Yeah, woo. And then today they revealed a new sushi game, a game on the 3DS.
Maybe.
Sushi Striker. Way of the Sushido.
Huh.
It's a puzzle game. It's basically
I have to apologize because I know a name with a better title than that. You ready?
What game? What game?
James Pond Underwater Agent.
Okay, I'm sorry, but this game looks kind of great in a terrible way. I'm gonna
You're-
send
you're-
you the. I'm gonna send you. The link.
I was hoping I'd get some sort of rise out of that, but no.
No,
Well,
watch this trailer. It's pretty great.
I'll watch it later. We got commentaries to do. I don't want it to be awkward.
This is pretty great.
So yeah,
Sushi.
Metroid. I'm happy for Metroid 2, but I'm probably not going to end up playing it unless it gets a Switch release because I am not shelling out a bunch of money for 3DS, considering
But
it's
there's
going to be
plenty.
dead pretty soon here. What?
There's still tons of fun games on 3DS to play, though.
I know, but I'm still probably not going to get
Just
it.
wait for it to get for the
Unless
3DS
it
to go
gets
down, like for it to be like really.
If I
old.
get one, it'll be off eBay.
Exactly. Do that.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of good games. Plenty.
Yeah. So
Uprising.
you know what other game is coming out on Switch?
I think you would really like Kid Icarus Uprising because of the writing.
Maybe
Anyway,
probably.
go on.
You know what other game is for Switch? Besides Shaq Fu?
But it's trash.
I'm not actually going to talk about that. We already talked about Shaq Fu. Sonic Mania. We have a little bit more information about that. And I'm going to talk about that every time we get information about it because I'm so hyped up for that game. Basically, Chemical Plant Zone, we have like full gameplay of the levels, but not the bosses now because Polygon got a hold of it. And Polygon's always the first one to get that shit out of there. So basically, Chemical Plant Zone, it has like this gelatinous substance in there. And you can like add certain chemicals to it to make it bouncier and whatnot. I think that's a really cool gimmick. And it also adds these tubes in there from Metallic Madness from Sonic CD, and it also adds uh, the the gel has the bouncy effects from Wacky Workbench from Sonic CD. So I'm not going to expect those two levels to be in this game, and I'm also not going to expect Carnival Night because there's a certain section that's similar to a very small portion of Carnival Night Zone from Sonic 3.
All right.
Yeah. I'm a nerd, I know. But another cool thing that I think you would find pretty neat if you really paid attention is in Chemical Plant Zone Act 1. By the way, they revealed both acts, so we have both musical tracks as well, and they sound fucking amazing. T. Lopes is doing a great job at the soundtrack. Like, props to him. But in Act 1, they they combined the original Act 1 and 2 of Chemical Plant Zone. And then where Act 2 would end normally, I noticed there's a portion of the level that looks similar to a section in Sonic Generations Chemical Plant Zone.
All right.
Yeah. So it shares a little level design from Generations, I believe, which is pretty cool. As long as Act 1, 2. And then Act 2, Act 2 of Chemical Plant for Mania is just completely new, which is awesome. It's in the background and all that. I'm really hyped up for that. Now, at E3, they revealed the Green Hill Zone boss, and it's... I think I already talked about this, but it's the Death Egg robot from Sonic 2. And they also have Mirage Saloon Zone, which looks a lot more complete than when Polygon originally got a hold of that level. And it looks a lot more polished. Like, you notice right from the get-go when you select Knuckles that the level is in fact different. And not only that, but the musical track is different now. And when the track originally came out, I think I even told you this, Dylan, Mirage Saloon Zone has a really good theme, but it needs more background instruments. And now the Mirage Saloon Zone has background instruments, and it sounds a lot better. And it even has like a lot louder percussion, which is always good for a Sonic game. Now for the other Sonic game, Forces. I've had mixed emotions about Forces. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 says. But anyway, so I didn't really think that much of Forces going into E3. Like, I was like, yeah, okay, Forces looks pretty cool, and I guess it'll be kind of like Generations. I was hoping for something a little better. Then we actually got more gameplay for Forces, and holy shit, I'm actually like a lot more hyped about this than I thought I was, especially with the trailer that we got. Now, first of all, the the gameplay we got all of Modern Sonic's Park Avenue playthrough, or we got gameplay of all of Park Avenue for Modern Sonic, and I love the theme for it, and I love basically how the characters now interact with Sonic instead of just sitting there for those very few cutscenes to say a witty comment to Sonic. They're actually there to help now, and like a lot of people give the character Amy Rose a lot of shit for being annoying, but she actually seems like she's going to be very helpful in this game, and I think that's good because she actually talks to you more than any other character in the game, and from what I've noticed and what we have so far, at least. So basically, I think Modern Sonic is going to play really well, and then we got some classics. We got the classic Sonic boss fight now for Green Hill. We already had Green Hill Zone for classic Sonic, and we learned that this Sonic is actually from another dimension because Eggman just straight up says it. He calls him a pint-sized Sonic from another dimension, I think he said. So this is a different Sonic than from what we're
Yeah.
usually used to, unless this is actually the classic Sonic from this is the
You
classic
just
Sonic
want
we know
your
and
head
love.
canon to be
No, no,
confirmed.
no. I
You want your head canon to be confirmed.
shut the fuck up. Let me talk about this. Basically, small little theory I have. This might be like the classic Sonic we actually know and love, and the classic Sonic from Generations is a different Sonic, and this modern Sonic is a completely different version from what we know as classic Sonic. And I think this because Mania and Forces both share the drop dash feature. And it makes a little bit of sense. Now, it's just a small theory. I could be completely wrong. Who the hell knows? However, all I know is that this boss fight is pretty neat. I like the music for it. It's so cheesy sounding. And it's got like that Sonic 4 Genesis sound font, only it sounds a lot better. And I think Jun Sano might actually be working on the soundtrack, or I'm just completely wrong. I don't know. But the boss fight itself is actually, it goes from like a version of the Green Hill Zone boss with a buzzsaw instead of the Wrecking Ball, and it turns into the Egg Dragoon. And it's an interesting boss fight, but again, as I told you, I I would much rather have a boss fight in the foreground than the background. But we also have the custom character gameplay. And the custom character, I still don't know exactly how it works. I don't think anyone other than Sega representatives and whatnot know exactly how it works. Because there's apparently all sorts of power ups that you can choose and whatnot, and also accessories. But all I know is that I think Sega really wants to emphasize the custom character in this game, and I think that's pretty cool because even in the custom character reveal trailer, they have the custom character like in the dead center of the screen, and normally you have the main character there. But I think they really want to show like, hey, this is a big focus that we want in this, and I've also noticed that this custom character shares Green Hill Zone and Park Avenue. So I think this character might go through a version of classic Sonic and modern Sonic stages, meaning we're probably going to be stuck with this character for 50% of the game, and the other two for the other 50%, which I know it's a Sonic game, but what'd you say?
I said, which means 25 and 25.
Yeah. Now that sounds pretty bad at first, till you realize that this character is basically a combination between both versions of Sonic,
Yeah, I don't
but
really
with
like
with a flamethrower though.
I don't really like the gameplay that I've seen of it so far.
You don't?
No. I like the
I
Sonic gameplay looks fine, but I'm talking about the original character one. Like
I think the custom character looks pretty fun. Like
it looks kind of bland to me. If
yeah.
that makes any sense.
Well,
like,
to be fair here, the Green Hill Zone gameplay looked pretty bland too.
Well,
for
no,
classic
like,
Sonic, and
classic Sonic looked like he was fun to play. I'm saying that like
yeah,
the
classic
original
Sonic.
character, like I'm saying that the original character looks boring to play. Not bad necessarily, but boring.
I think it's gonna be a
looked
little
like
more
it
fun.
was gonna be maybe like a mixed bag of stuff.
Yeah.
Not
yeah. I think it'll be pretty fun because again, it's also Green Hill Zone. It's the first level of the game. I wouldn't really expect very much out of it, unless it's Mania, in which case, holy shit.
I'm not talking about the levels. I'm just
well,
talking
I know.
about
I'm just saying. I generally expect level 1 of any game to look like it's bland, like no matter how the gameplay is.
Park Avenue isn't the first level, is it? Or is
no, I think Park Avenue and Green Hill are probably going to be the first levels, if I'm correct.
I've seen a couple different levels. One or I'm assuming only two. There's only been two levels.
Yeah.
I've seen 2 levels in the gameplay for.
Yeah, my problem with Park Avenue is that level looked really automated. Like almost all of it was just press the X button, swing on the rope, press the X button, swing on the rope. Park Avenue I didn't like, but Green Hill Zone I thought looked pretty fine to me. because most of Green Hill Zone was actually running around and attacking. Either way, I think that looks pretty fun, and it really looks like they want to include this character a lot. Like they even fuck. I'm sorry, my throat's hurting. I got a big sore in my mouth. They even have like the radio for this custom character, which makes sense as to why it has a headset now. I always saw it from the get-go in the trailer. I was like, why the hell does this character have a headset? That looks ridiculous. I was like, okay, that makes a little sense. I mean, it's just customizable gear. You can get rid of it anyway. But I think the default custom character design kind of grew on me a little bit. And another thing I noticed, there aren't end stage rings anymore. They're like a weird Eggman logo, and once you run through it, it turns into a blue star, which I think is pretty neat. Also, the level complete theme is not the same anymore. It is now the Sonic Forces theme, or at least a version of it that sounds more orchestrated, and I think that's pretty cool too. But
they ruined my childhood.
Now to get into the big part, the E3 trailer for Sonic Forces was revealed.
And it showed all the villains.
And it looks great. It shows the new villains. It goes to Shadow. Like it has this great shot. I don't know why I love this shot, but it has Sonic, classic Sonic, and the custom character sitting there, and they're like kneeling down, a little bit out of breath. It doesn't look ridiculous, like they're like bobbing their heads out of breath. It just looks like they're a little unsteady with their breaths, and I don't know why I like that so much. But then then the camera shoots up and you see Shadow there. Then it pans to the left and you see Metal Sonic. Then you see Zag or blah 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 from Lost World. No one cares about him. And then it goes over and you see Chaos Zero. And I'm really excited about Chaos Zero more than anyone. But the other thing is, I feel like Sega feels really competent with this one. I feel like they're really listening to fan feedback. And one of the biggest complaints about boss battles like those guys is that they don't control well. And I think if we get like one-on-one boss fights with these characters, they're going to control well. And I would really love to have another Chaos Zero fight, because when was the last time you fought Chaos Zero? All you did was bop him on the head a couple times.
Yeah.
Well, I think what?
To be fair, that's most Sonic boss battles. At least most Sonic Adventure boss battles.
Yeah, and even Sonic Adventure 2, which was the last time we... Okay, no, it's not the last time we fought Shadow. That was the first time we fought Shadow, and it wasn't very fun. The last time was Generations.
No.
Oh, boom. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and no one liked that game. Now, in the...
that game.
In the Sonic Team developed games, that would be Generations, though. And that was an okay fight, although it was basically just a remake of the end of SA2 fight, but, way better and not crappy. I hated the SA2 battles.
You know what I hope happens?
What?
I hope they make Sonic Boom canon.
I hope they make a Chow Garden game on mobile, because that would make so much money.
Well, yeah. A lot of things would make a lot of money, but they don't do them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Chow Garden on mobile is really easy. Like, they could straight up rip the Sonic Adventure 2 coding, and that would work.
So is literally giving your game an actual ending as opposed to a cliffhanger. But guess how many game companies give them cliffhangers now? Every single one. Every single one.
Only ones I can think of are Sonic Heroes and Chronicles. And maybe Boom, I don't know.
Okay, here's the thing. The last 3 Alien games have ended with cliffhangers.
Those aren't Sonic games, though. I'm talking about other Sonic games.
I'm talking about games in general. I'm talking about games in general.
All right, I thought you were talking about Sega.
No.
And yeah, I do hate cliffhangers in games. Because I mean, what happens if that next game ends up getting canceled?
Like, who fucking knows what happened to Alien Isolation 2? But the last 3 Alien games have ended on cliffhangers. Alien vs. Predator 3 in 2007, I think, ended on a cliffhanger. about them going to the Xenomorph homeworld. Guess what never got a sequel? That.
That.
Aliens Colonial Marine, except that one was good. Except, well, it wasn't good, but it was okay. Aliens versus Predator. Aliens Colonial Marines comes out with a cliffhanger that is literally them asking the android, what did we get from the computer? And him going, everything. And then the game ends. It goes to credits. And then you go, what the fuck? Maybe there will be story DLC that adds on to that. No, the story DLC adds a prequel to a part of the story of the game.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
All right.
And
well,
then
anyway.
Alien Isolation ends with the main character floating in space. And you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, anyway.
I know this character survives because she's in the movie later as a dead person, but whatever, because she died of old age. But why? Why is she... Why end it on that cliffhanger? Why? Just end your game. God damn it.
Yeah.
Story.
No, anyway. The last villain is, after they reveal the 4 villains returning, because Xiao's a villain again. Also, Xiao's who you run into at the end of Park Avenue as Modern Sonic. I was going to mention that too. But... Damn it, Jay distracted me. The camera pans up, like Sonic gets like this shocked expression, and I love the animation there. It looks like the Boom TV show with the animation, only better. And he looks up, and then there's this new character that I don't think we have an actual name of yet, but I could be wrong again. But I have a couple theories on who that character could be. I think that character could be either... Or no, I have a few theories, actually. I think that character could be Mephiles from Sonic 06. That's one of the most popular ones I've seen, because it looks like Mephiles, design-wise, like a robotic version. And considering this is being made by the guy who did the writing for 06, which could be a bad or good thing, because he also did the writing for Unleashed, I believe. And maybe Colors, I don't know. I don't really mind if Mephiles comes back, considering there's been so much time confusion, especially since Generations, and I guess the Time Eater basically fucked with timelines, so we have Silver back now. Yeah, Silver's confirmed for Forces. He's one of the radio voices. That really doesn't make any sense, but whatever, we have to deal with him now, because time warp shit. And then there's my second theory of this character could be some sort of fusion between Metal Sonic, Chaos, Shadow, and his name. Because let's be honest here, it looks like a cross between all those characters combined a little bit. I mean, doesn't he? Yeah. He's got the dark colors of Shadow. He has the robotic look of Metal Sonic. He has kind of the spikiness, menacing look of the Zeddy guy from Lost World, and then he has that like floating ability that Chaos has as well. So then there's my third theory, which is very, very, very far-fetched. But it's still an idea. Classic Sonic's from another dimension, right?
Maybe.
This might be Game Gear Sonic. I thought about this. And the bad guy might be like some sort of version of Tails after the Sonic 2 Game Gear ending. The bad ending. Just an idea. Now, I don't know about you, but that would be pretty damn cool. And the other reason I think of that is, in Generations, Sonic was accompanied by Tails. In this game, I don't think Classic Sonic is accompanied by Classic Tails, because with the Eggman boss fight, we have this Classic Sonic fighting Eggman, and Tails comes on the radio, but it's not Classic Tails, it's Modern Tails. So perhaps Classic Tails is dead? I don't know. Or not dead, but this character. Again, it's a little far-fetched, but It's an idea. If it happens, I want every. I want every soda out of all your fridges. Oh, that's all. All right. So that's all me talking about Sonic for now. We about done here?
I think so.
All right. So concluding thoughts. E3 is now over.
Yes, it
Bubsy
is.
won.
No,
There's no denying this. Bubsy has won. You might deny that Bubsy won E3, but
but the
he
majority of other
won my
people
hearts.
have actually said that
He won my
Nintendo.
hearts. He won my heart. He won my heart. He won my heart. Okay. He won my heart,
Okay,
and
I don't care about your heart.
nobody can do that. Like only Bubsy did that, and that's outstanding.
I would
Uh,
just like to say though that
Bubsy
shut
won.
shut up.
Yeah.
He didn't
No.
even appear
No, yeah,
in.
well, he did so great that he actually ended up winning E3, a
He
Nobel
wasn't
Peace
even
Prize,
he wasn't
a
even in
Pulitzer
E3.
Award, an
So
Emmy, a
just shut
Grammy, a
up.
Tony.
Seriously, just shut up about Bubsy for fuck's sake. No one
No,
cares.
he won though.
No. Anyway,
I would shut
he
up, but
wasn't
he
even on
genuinely
any of
won.
the. He wasn't on any of the fucking voting things. Nintendo actually won most of the voting
That's
things.
because it would have been cheating if they put Bubsy on the ballot.
No,
It's obvious.
because he
You're
didn't
being
make an
lied
appearance in
to.
a single. No, he didn't make an appearance in a single panel. He wasn't part of E3. Fuck off with your bullshit memes.
It's not a meme. It's true emotion.
It's a meme.
It's
And
not a
I'm going
meme.
to stop the podcast.
It's not. No, you're not stopping. I have to do an outro.
You're gonna stop. No, we don't. If you're gonna talk about fucking Bubsy, no.
You guys have no sense of humor.
It's because Bubsy isn't funny anymore whenever we're trying to talk about the actual good games that we are getting.
Bubsy looks like it might be a good game, though.
It looks like it might be good for a Bubsy game.
Oh, it's pretty rude, dude.
If you compare it to fucking Monster Hunter World,
Nah,
or Spider-Man,
I think you're wrong.
Wrap this up.
Yeah.
Wrap this
Okay.
up. Wrap it up right now. Wrap it up.
Oh, okay, shut up.
I'm the guy with the hook. You're the guy on the stage.
I can jump over the hook anytime. Anyway, thank you all for listening to episode 10 of
Wait.
Anxiety Cast. What?
Megatron.
Okay, cool.
He's gonna be our outro.
No, I have to.
Well, he's gonna be there for the outro.
Oh, okay, well, thank you all for listening to episode 10 of Anxiety Cast, final version of E3 coverage, for fuck's sake. And it was a day late, but whatever. I'm Will.
I'm Dylan, unfortunately.
And we're Bootleg Anxiety.
We are indeed.
And, as we say in St. Louis, and anywhere else in the world right now, if you're a sane person, Bubsy won E3. Good night.
Good night, Will. Bubsy didn't win. This is the real winner. Sushi Striker Way of the Sushido is the winner of E3.